When I was at Grandma and Grandpa's house, I woke up every morning to the smell of coffee. The nutty aroma floated up the back stairs and into my room through the transom window above my door. Once I was awake, I tried to separate the other aromas of my grandparents' house. Some mornings the meaty, spicy scent of sausage came up the stairs. Other days the sweet fragrance of fresh muffins. Behind those morning smells lingered the mellow scent of mildew, wood, and ivory soap. To this day, if you dropped me blindfolded at my grandparents' home, I'd know I was there as soon as you opened the door. Grandma and Grandpa lived in a big white 2-story house on Market Street, just a block from the Yazoo River and 4 blocks from the courthouse. Their house looks like a smaller version of the White House in Washington, D.C., without so many pillars in front and not nearly so tall and wide. It's the most comfortable place in the world. Grandma had a few wicker chairs out on the front porch and a porch swing to one side. When it was cool enough, we'd sit out there after dinner. But usually Grandpa liked sitting in the living room in his big wingback chair, napping or reading the paper. I like the kitchen best. It's behind the dining room, and you can find your way there by following your nose. Grandma always seemed to have something baking. Biscuits, cornbread, cookies, cake, pies. If I wandered in, she'd tell me to sit at the kitchen table while she found me something suitably sweet to tide you over till supper. And after she set a slice of pie or plate of cookies in front of me, she'd open the icebox and get me a cold drink of milk or lemonade. The kitchen was a small room with a large window over the sink that looks out onto the Remingtons' backyard. Grandma had a wooden table in the middle of the kitchen, where she did most of her cutting, kneading, and rolling. When it was just Grandma, Grandpa, and me for supper, we ate in the kitchen. When Mom or anyone else was there, Grandma insisted we eat proper in the dining room. My bedroom, Dad's old room, was directly above the kitchen. It had a squeaky old bed with 4 high corner posts and a wooden floor that creaked when I walked on it. If I lay quietly on the bed, I could usually hear the muffled clatter of stirring spoons, pots, and pans down in the kitchen. And of course I could always smell what Grandma was cooking. Evenings, Grandpa would sit in the wide living room in the front of the house and read the Greenwood Commonwealth. He relied on the paper to keep up on the news of his old friends in the South, and especially in Greenwood, Mississippi. "Don't care much for the rest of the world," he told me once. "Didn't like Harlan going off to the Navy. American boys have no business fighting other people's wars. We've got our own way of doing things right here, and we've got our own problems to take care of. So it's no kettle of ours if commies or Nazis or anybody else wants to go killing each other. They can rot in Hades for all I care." I was used to Grandpa ranting about things in the paper, and I just kept quiet. I'd sit on the floor, looking over the last few days of the Greenwood Commonwealth, rereading Lil Abner and other comics I liked. From the kitchen came the sounds and smells of Grandma cooking. I could hear the sizzle of meat frying on the stove, and the open and close of the oven as she checked the biscuits or cornbread or pie or whatever she was baking for supper. One evening, Grandpa had been reading the paper for a while. Then he swore and snapped it down on the footstool in front of him. "Hiram, boy, I don't know what this country is coming to. Now the war's over, these damn Yankees are trying to tell us how to run the South. You're still little, but you remember this, son. Our way of life is precious. It's the way I live, the way my daddy lived, my granddaddy, and his daddy before him. It's going to be the way you live, too, if I have anything to say about it." I had no idea what he was talking about, but I didn't say anything because he had that mad look in his eye that he usually had when he argued with Dad. He went on about the South until Grandma called us in for supper. Grandma could tell Grandpa was stirred up about something when she sat down to eat. So before he could even start, she said, "Now, Earl, you remember our rule. No talking politics at the supper table." "Fine, Florence. I'll just hold all this frustration and nonsense in until tomorrow morning. But don't you go blaming me if I pop open and spray you all like a hot can of beer.